I trusted her completely with any recommendations on skin, or even like hair products or nails. Jaimie knows every single thing on the shelf at a normal, like at a drugstore, and even high-end products. Like, she understands it, she gets it. That's what she was trained for. And I find it really exciting because she could have picked a bunch of different companies to work for, but she chose Arbonne. And I think the first question I have for Jaimie is, why Arbonne?
Well, that's a really, really good question. And that's actually something that, I asked myself in the beginning. Um, what ended up happening for me personally, just to give you a little bit of a brief overview, again, like Veronica was saying, like Laura was saying, I've come in contact with a lot of different companies and a lot of different ingredients, and, just started to become a little bit more aware as to what these chemicals actually were. I was always someone where I was convinced that, okay, if it's sold on shelves, it's got to be safe. And that really, truly just isn't the case. And I think that's a lot of people's mentalities. Like, we trust our government to kind of regulate things. And unfortunately, that's not necessarily always the case these days. So I started to become aware of, how many chemicals there actually are out there in the world. And there's so many, it's hard to avoid sometimes because literally there's chemicals in everything. But I figured if there was certain aspects to my life, not only on a personal level, but, in my family, it's like I have a husband, two children, one on the way. If I can control some of those chemicals, why wouldn't I? Right. And being in the industry and being in the field myself, that's the first thing I started to look at was what is exactly in these products that I'm using, again, not only on myself, but on my children every single day. And I realized it wasn't good. It was not something that I wanted. And so I started the hunt, and I actually fell upon Arbonne and somewhat brushed it off as another one of, those types of companies, as a network marketing company. Looked deeper into it, and then found out some really scary facts, to be honest with you. The main one that kind of terrified me was it literally takes 26 seconds for something that comes in contact with your skin to be fully absorbed into the bloodstream. Okay. So it is 10 times faster than when we take things in orally. So the food that you're eating, the drinks that you're drinking, obviously are being absorbed into your bloodstream, but we have systems in place that help us to filter out some of the bad stuff. When it comes into our skin, we don't have any systems to filter out the bad stuff. So it literally goes straight into your bloodstream within 26 seconds. And that terrified me.
Yeah.
We are people that are very aware as to, what kind of food we're eating. And again, very much so, like, we are avoiding processed foods. We do go towards the organic, our farmers market. We go towards that as much as we possibly can. But, if you're focusing on that and you're not looking at what's coming in contact with your skin, it counterbalances it, right? So not only in my mind, when it comes to chemicals specifically, not only is it important to look at your food, but because it's being absorbed 10 times faster, in my mind, it's just as important, if not more, to be aware of what's going on top of your skin. And so
Well,
that's how I got involved.